Hi boys, how are you doing? Thanks for inviting us down to Foundry MMA down in Hemsworth. Yeah, you've got a cracking facility here, the looks of it. If you wouldn't mind showing us around, we'll have a quick look.
Yeah, quality, yeah. I'll let Jack do that. Let Jack do boxing area. So he's boxing coach, so I'd like to let him do boxing area.
That's it. I'm Jack Radford, I'm boxing coach down here at Foundry. As you can see, we've gone with geezer all the way throughout. We've gone geezer, old school bags. We've gone with a big heavy bag, we've gone with a nice angle bag. Then we're going to wrecking ball in centre. Absolute beautiful sets of bags. We're going with Foundry MMA on canvas, as you can see. There's rings, not complete as yet, but obviously it'll have all his 4 ropes on. We'll have all his bag gloves all up in there, all his slam balls, his medicine balls. We've gone with a lot. Then as we're walking through to there, we're going down with LVT floor, which brings you beautiful into MMA section, as you can see. As you can see, all this rig here that's been built has been built by Scott's dad, so it's absolute personal to all what we've done. So as you can see, it's all come down, he's put a lot of hard graft into that, and beautiful angles for these bags just to be worked on. Nice bit of room, moving around, you're not too close. It's amazing setup. Has him back up to Scotty boy.
He couldn't wait to get off at Mike there, making him stutter. So yeah, then obviously you walk through. We've put a stud wall up there to like half section it off, and then you come through to here, and then you've got your matted area, which honestly, every time I look at it, I'm buzzing when it's turned out myself. We've got this cage wall on this side down here, and then obviously there's bags. Bags can clip off, or they can get swung over the top depending on what you want to do. But yeah, I do think it's really important to have the cage wall on the matted area. So first experience of a cage, obviously you don't want it to be when you step in the cage. So I think that's really important. There's still the padding to go on that. Yeah, like we say, it's still work in progress. We've got another just short of 2 weeks. We're getting there though, we're getting there. We're chipping off, and then obviously down bottom here, we're going to have some more pigeonholes there. That's why that's not stuck on perfectly yet. And then we'll have a seating area so you can wait for each class. We've got male and female changing rooms and showers. Yeah, everything we need really, honestly. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far.
What's the square footage of the
so it's
area?
150 square metres.
Yeah, it's 150 square metres. Yeah.
It's impressive, very impressive.
It's yeah, it's a big old matted area, 100%. I'm overwhelmed with how good it's turned out. I'm really happy with it.
Really
you got anything to add, Micky?
Yeah, just really super excited about sort of leading our grappling academy down at Foundry alongside Scott. Grappling's played a massive role in my life, and I'm really excited about being able to offer that to the juniors that are in our local area, and adults as well. You know, super excited to what that offers in terms of the discipline for youth. You know, the society kind of forgets about kids between 12 and 18 and expects them to disappear and come back when they're ready for work. And being able to offer this and use Foundry as a vehicle to support them in our community, super excited about that, yeah.
This matting area, this is like your dream, isn't it?
Baby.
150 square meters.
Yeah, I'd just like to say as well, it's an open mat space, so there's a lot of places out there that's got the obstructions like the cage at the end and stuff like that, but what we decided to do is do the cage wall, so we clear the space so it doesn't interrupt those classes. So you've got that clear space, no pillars in your way, ready to roll.
You did some great work on our Fuji, didn't you?
Yeah, so big shout out to Fuji Mats UK. Came down, helped us out, and we wouldn't have been able to land this design without them. The quality of the mats are the best I've seen. The ones that Gordon Ryan uses are Fuji mats as well in his new gym. So the quality's there.
It'd be nice to get him down for a seminar, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a bit out of our price bracket. Yeah, but if Fuji can sort that out, maybe we'll have that. But also on obviously the padded walls as well. These are 40mm padded walls, so these are you can wrestle just as you can on cage on these. The difference of using a padded wall, we will use this most of the time because believe me, sometimes when you are on there, you can scrape your face and stuff. So that's only going to be people getting ready for competition that's going to use that. That's everybody else will be using the padded wall. It's much better, much safer for everybody. That's more for aesthetics and for people who are getting ready to fight, to get the feel of the cage and stuff like that.
So what, you're going to have a full array of ages then? What age are you going to start roughly?
So I'm glad you said that. That's a really good question. So we've put from 7 years old, but we think from 7-year-old they're normally ready to learn at that age. So we're not saying you've got to be 7. Like, we will take them on younger if around that age, if they're willing to learn. If they are 6, we're not saying, oh no, you must be 7. You're not allowed through these doors. So we're definitely not saying that. We just think that people are normally ready to learn and by that age sort of thing.
No, that's awesome. And what are you going to? You say you're going to start from ages around 7 all the way to
adult,
all the way to adult and pro.
And pro, yeah. I'd love to have some pro. Honestly, that's one of my dreams, to try to achieve some of the stuff I've done in fighting with fighters. I'd be over the moon with that.
Yeah, sure.
Cornering guys is just as exciting. Sometimes you feel like you're in there yourself. Sometimes you feel more under pressure when you're cornering than you actually when you're fighting, because it's hard. Because it's out of your control. You can't actually control what's happening when you're in the corner. You can only give advice. So it's a different type of pressure, 100%. Yeah. Here we are going to have a Foundry sign. Yeah, that's just getting sorted out. Yeah.
It's all lit up, it all lights up. It's a beautiful sign. Wait till you see it.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful.
Christmas lights on back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big TV. When it's finished.
Right, boys, if I can just start by asking then, what's the reason behind the gym and what you're hoping to get out of it? Starting with Jack.
So, we're all a big team, and we've known each other for a long time. We're all from Hemsworth, we're all local lads. Me, myself, I'm a teacher. I'm local to area, I'm from Hemsworth. I've been brought up in Hemsworth, I'm known we in area. And I want to give something back, not just as a business sense. Obviously it does cost to come, but I want to give something back to the community, as I will give something back as in regards to, when I was boxing many moons ago, my coaches then coached me for nothing and give something back. So under the umbrella of the gym, we are also going to be doing a boxing gym, an amateur boxing gym, what's going to offer a great deal of support to the local area, the underprivileged, and anybody, from no matter on what job you do, to if you're a doctor, do you know what I mean? Whatever you're going to do in life, it doesn't matter. Martial arts, boxing is for you. So for me, we want it to work, we want it to be sustainable, we want it to be able to move forward and be pulling to greatness. But whether, my honest opinion is that whether you want to be best fighter in the world or just a better person or improve your health or improve your mental well-being, then this gym is what I want, and this is what we can do for you as a person.
Yeah, I definitely echo that. I know that martial arts has played a big part in all our lives. I think for me personally, when I was a teenager, it drastically changed my life. So I think I would have ended up down the wrong path if I'd not found martial arts that taught me the discipline on and off the mats, the confidence in myself and the belief in myself. And I think if we can use this gym community as a vehicle to reach the youth and give them same opportunities that it's given me, then I think that's where it's at for me. Not just the youth, but the adults as well. Do you know what I mean? It's I've met through coaching lots of different people from lots of different walks of life, and to hear the feedback from them in terms of what jiu-jitsu and martial arts and training gives them day to day, it makes it all worth it.
How do I get on mic after listening to them two? I mean, what great answers from both of them. But yeah, like we've all said, we've all been on different journeys. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, mine end up going into a pro fighter as well, and I feel like I've sort of done an apprenticeship on it, and now this is the only way for me to go after fighting. Do you know what I mean? I feel like coaching. I'll always want to be involved with martial arts through my time I've had in martial arts. So, and obviously giving back, and also kids and adults not having to travel as far. The amount of travelling I've had to do to gain that experience all over the UK, all over the world, learning. So to have something like this on our doorstep, I feel like that's really important for me. Like you said, for the local community, I feel like to have that on the doorstep, a facility like this, like you've just said, one of you said, go on, say it again. I'm on camera. Say, what did you say?
Best mat I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, the doors are open. We haven't got the members, but it's really got that buzz around it. And honestly, you've seen how I am with the mats, how protective I am, and that I just want everything to be perfect. And that'll be the same with my teaching and everything. You'll get treated from the moment you walk through that door, like you should, with respect. And we'll teach the kids the respect and the discipline of the martial arts. And martial arts really is for everyone. Every age, every walk of life. Martial arts is for everyone, and we're happy and proud to have this on our doorstep, and like Jack just said, and as well with the stuff that he's doing with the boxing. So yeah,
You all obviously have a unique set of skills.
Yeah,
Shame to say, isn't it?
I've taken. I will find you.
I will find you.
Rich is backtracking now because he's fucked Matt's up.
Yeah, we just want to sort of address a couple of myths that are around sort of martial arts and combat sports and stuff like that. Myth number one is you have to be fit and strong to start. No, you don't. It's your coach's responsibility to build and tailor that class to your individual needs. The second myth is that you need prior experience in martial arts to start down at the Foundry MMA. No, you don't. Again, we've got an absolutely stacked timetable that's got all the fundamental and beginner classes that, again, will be suited to your needs as an individual. And the third myth is a really important one, that people think that they have to compete and fight, that if they start martial arts and come down to an MMA gym. No, you absolutely don't. Come down, have fun, get involved, get fit, and then should you want to compete, we've got the right people on board to sort of take you all the way or to as far as you want to go yourself.
Yeah, if I could just add on that as well, like I posted a picture today of sparring that were some high level guys sparring like from PFL, Cage Warriors, but we don't want to have this image of like, oh, you've got to be one of them to come down, because that is not what it's like. Like you can come through that mat as a total beginner and you will get treated exactly the same, but as in terms of respect and how you are, not out on the mat, you'll get treated like a beginner on the mat and you'll be looked after, but you'll be treated just like the PFL fighter, the Cage Warriors fighter, in terms of respect is what I meant. So yeah, and one thing I have noticed through all the time I've been on the mats, gyms will not run without the everyday person. You cannot run a gym on athletes. That is just impossible. Yeah, so. We are for the everyday person as much as the fighters.
Well, I've just got a little one to add to as well, is that MMA, boxing, mixed martial arts, what we've got down here, it's, I suppose, sometimes society may see it as a more male dominated world, but we are offering ladies only classes and ladies only classes in boxing, but obviously every class is mixed other than the ladies only boxing class, so you're more than welcome. There's some great athletes out there. Obviously, from a boxing point of view, you've got Clarissa Shields, you've got Katie Taylor, you know, all these people, Sky Nicholson, you've got Jasmine over at there, you've got Sylvia, local. So there's some great superstars out there, all ladies. So ladies, young girls, women, anybody, get your sins down here if you want to come down and get a go.
Scott, you do martial arts, isn't it?
Mixed yeah. So I've only ever competed in grappling, boxing, and mixed martial arts. But yeah, I've trained in them all over the years. I feel like I've brung those skills in that to the classes, as in how we've designed the classes. I think it's really important that you train each discipline on their own, and then you mix them together in the mixed martial arts. That's because you can have people turning up to these classes and they don't know how to scoot, but they'll do a rolling toe hold. It's like, to me, that's a little bit crazy. I feel like you need to know the fundamentals. You need to know each martial art separately. Look at GSP. GSP, some people's greatest of all time, and he was strict on learning each one on their own and going to different countries and learning the discipline and then putting it all together. Like, look how good his wrestling was. He wasn't even a college wrestler or anything, and he just got so good at it because he did that separately. There's no way you could get that good at wrestling just doing MMA classes. I guarantee that he dedicated like a good 6 months, probably more, of his life just to that martial art and that discipline.
He used to train with Olympic team, didn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, even like, I know gymnastics got nothing, but like he did each discipline separate. Do you know what I mean? Like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the Muay Thai, like he would go into the countries as well. He wasn't just learning them in his country. He would go into that country. He was finding the best people. I know he's been with Audrey Gracie. I know he's been to Thailand. I don't know where he trained in Thailand, but yeah, got anything in Thailand?
I forgot a question.
You look like you're going to say something there.
You remember, you all have unique set of skills.
Yeah, so I think a big shout out is sort of how long we've known each other. So we've all been friends since school, since we were young teenagers. We all kind of started an old boxing club called Hard and Fast. And then sort of for myself and Scott, as we progressed, we then started training in Doncaster, at Doncaster Martial Arts Centre. And I can remember that most humbling experience walking onto mats, as I'd done a bit of boxing, done a bit of weights, thought I was a bit of a tough guy, and there were these guys that were just like some thin nerds that just tied me up, choked me out,
Wizards,
submitted me,
yeah.
and it was the most humbling experience, because I thought of myself as this tough individual, and I had to start from scratch. I was like, no, you're not this person who you think you are, and then you have to build yourself up through the confidence, learning the skill, and that discipline daily to learn.
How old were you then?
I was 17 then.
17.
Yeah.
So we've been doing jiu-jitsu now for how long?
17 years.
17 years?
Yeah, I believe, if my maths are correct.
Yeah.
Are you a black belt?
Yeah, so me and Scott both received our black belts off Neil Owen, which is, you know, I'm biased, but he's the best instructor I've ever come across. The way he can break down techniques and coach individuals. Not only just coach individuals, but learn your coaching style. So learn how you learn as an individual and be able to emit that technique across to you. I've never met a person that can do that like Neil.
Do you think jiu-jitsu helped you out in life, you know, mentally and physically? And obviously it's a very physical thing to do. But do you think, you know, you can apply that in life?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you are grappling with someone, you're problem solving, and you can't just have what you want just because you want it. You've got to work through it, and you can't just run through it. You've got to solve that problem in front of you to get around it. And I think that applies to lots of different aspects of your life, to teach you to have patience. Because again, you can't just muscle out and strength out of techniques. You've got to think your way through them. It gives you that discipline of and that humbleness of being on the mats, and that respect for your colleagues, your training partners, which you take into your careers and your professional life then as well.
So you could say it's like playing chess under stress.
You could, yeah, if you get to hit your opponent with chessboard, yeah.
And what about you then, Jack? We are boxing. What kind of age did you start there?
Yeah, I started boxing, I think I was 14-year-old, down at Adam Fast. That's like Scott says, so this is why we come into a teams. I'm just boxing through and through. I started boxing at 14. I boxed competitively until I was 24. I was coaching from... I got my first coaching badge when I was 17, 18, and then so I've been coaching last 18 years or so. I've been in boxing since for the last 20, 21 years. As a boxer, I've only boxed amateur. I had a bit of an injury, that's why I went into coaching. I won a national title down at Stamford Bridge. I represented England as a boxer. Went to GB assessment, you know, like see if you're good enough. I went on a like a boxing apprenticeship type thing, or an ACE programme. I went on with quite a few athletes who's gone on to do big things. I've boxed people who's turned over pros, accomplished great things as well. Like Shane McPhilbin, he won cruiserweight British title. Then Richard Towers from Sheffield, he was a good heavyweight. He lost to Lucas Brown, I think. Fought European. I'm not really sure if it would come off like European. And then good friends with Jack Bates, and him was over at Leeds. He's doing good things. He was on the same ACE programme as me as a boxer, 3 years at a time. So my career as a boxer started hard and fast, and then I was under Martin Utley, Ken Waddington, and Fred Gummerson. Great coaches, phenomenal coaches, and then I progressed on, and I was still on boxing under that thing, but obviously I was on that course. So I went over to Bradford under Kevin Smith. Now Kevin Smith is an absolute insane coach. The knowledge that man has is unbelievable. He's walked in, he's been head coach for like Australia and like unbelievable. Like the amount of Olympics that he's been to, they used to call him Professor because the knowledge that he had were unbelievable, and that's how I've tried adapting my coaching skills in regards to not just being a one-trick pony and saying you extend, you correct, and being robotic, letting them boxers become and letting them have that flair, you know. So not being more of a European boxer or a Cuban boxer, or letting them have that flair and letting them be aware that there's all these different ways of boxing. And sometimes I was coaching this kid once, and he was throwing this jab, and I thought, oh, his jab's it's not coming in. And anyway, I thought, leave it. Anyway, progressed him to start sparring, and that jab, it was like, poof, poof, and I went, how's that get? It's them little things. If you look at Carl Zaghi when he was a boxer, many people were saying he was slapping. When he boxed Jeff Lacey, he absolutely hammered him, he beat him.
Boxed his head off, didn't he?
Exactly. So it's that unique and that style and that individuality that me as a person, I think I can give as a coach, you know, that sort of thing. So I think all us three down here at Foundry have got a vast amount of knowledge on mat, in ring, in that space, in this space, and not just get in here and hit somebody and do what you need to do, but we can also talk from experience, whether like Scott, you've been to top as a pro, or me, you've been to top as an amateur, or like Mickey's black belt, his best, you know what I mean? We've got all that, but we can talk as well. We're human beings, you know. We can sit down and listen and say, how's your day been all right today? Do you know? So we've got that little skills as well, do you know what I mean? It's a big skill
I
set.
think that's really important. That'll go a long way for you lads as well.
Yeah. I feel like the relationships you build with your students is honestly that's so important. I mean,
you know, especially if they have hard times, you know, you don't know what's going on in their life, and if they know they have a place where they can come,
definitely,
have somebody to speak, or even just
that's
don't say anything, just train, or whichever they prefer, because you know everyone's
and then
different.
just they can come down here, and it's like they can get down here. We all together, all train together. Do you know what I mean? That is honestly, it's life changing for some people. It really is. Like I know it gets a bit deep in that, but it really is.
No, just to echo that. So I've probably been coaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now for about 18 months. And one of my proudest moments were when a student came to me and said that Jiu-Jitsu would change their life. And we take stuff like that as trivial. Do you know what I mean? We're down here, we're coaching, people having a bit of fun. But for an individual to come and say, oh, it changed my life, this. Do you know what I mean? So, like, just to echo, whatever you've got going off in your life, you can come onto these mats and leave it at the door. Do you know what I mean? And whether it's just that little bit of time and that little release from that stress of work, of life, you can come, leave it at the door, enjoy yourself, and meet a great set of people.
Yeah.
No, you've definitely got something special going on here, boys, I'll tell you that. I mean, the facility itself's fucking unbelievable, mind my language. You boys have got it nailed to a T, all different disciplines, grown up together.
Obviously, you all boys grew up together, and you all went into different type of martial arts, and then you're back together. So how? Because if you would be 3 boxers or 3 jiu-jitsu guys or 3 MMA guys, you would open one gym. It kind of makes sense, but you all 3 different, from very different backgrounds. One is boxer, one is jiu-jitsu, one is MMA, and you just decided to open one gym and just do all in one. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, we're very good friends. We're very good friends. We're in each other's pockets day in, day out. So we help each other's. I'm all of it, but so we help each other just through day-to-day activities. Just we talk daily. We go to the gym. We sit. We're like a sauna, jacuzzi. We sit down, talk. Take a bit of fun out of each other. So just a bit of banter. One day it might be Scott or we're having a go at. One day it might be Mickey. They might get me next day. Just sort of build each other, build each other up, take each other down, make each other understand that it's real life situations. And so we've known each other for so long, and we've got that love for helping. I think that's the key thing, the community aspect of it, and what we want to give back. And whether it be, like Scott says earlier on about, like if he has a apprenticeship, it's like he's natural moving on, and then it 100% is, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this happen to be the best thing it can be, because Scott, me and Mickey, we're just so passionate, and that, so we've all got that different thing, but martial arts is what we've got in common in regards to that. It's the individual things that's come together that create that sort of unique.
Have you had any arguments during this process then?
Yeah, you go.
No.
If you saw our WhatsApp group, you'd be there all day reading how many arguments there is. But it's
Well, as you mention it,
Yeah.
but we've
Don't
also
open
got we've also got thick skin, and like we've established, we're really good friends, really close, and we need that, because to be able to finish a product like this, you need to bounce ideas off each other, and you can't be telling each other what you think they want to hear. You've got to say that sometimes pretty bad that, Paul.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're like,
what's
really,
been your
really?
biggest disagreement then, would you say, with this?
I don't.
Colours on wow.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. It's
Always to,
so I like a little bit of design and stuff like that. So I was saying about a bit of concrete paint on walls, and Jack likes his mag and white, and we've been bouncing ideas off of different shades and stuff like that. But it does come to that finished product, because we all have great ideas, but we also all have shite ideas, and I think it's about bouncing them off each other till we get that finished sort of product.
We've got that trust as well, and we've got that trust in each other, to get that other line, haven't we?
As well, like if Jack don't like something, like the way he puts it, like obviously, because we're all friends, that we know how to take him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, if he don't like something, you know he don't like it. Put it that way.
I don't mix my words.
Yeah, he definitely don't mix his words. He's a school teacher, so I'll not say what he says like. But he puts it pretty bluntly. Let's say that. But yeah.
Does it get to put your hand up before you speak?
If he could, he would.
Sat down here across like that.
But yeah, like Mickey just said in that, it does take a lot of bouncing ideas off each other. But ultimately, you can see almost the finished product, and it is looking amazing. And I've stood at the end of that mat there looking up, and it's beyond my expectations. It looks phenomenal. I'm really happy with it.
Sorry, Scott. I just want to jump in there as well, because there's only 3 of us here today, but we are a team of 5. There's Johnny and Norm, massive part of this. 2 people who's come on board, had a lot of trust in us 3. They've seen us dream. They've made it a reality. Do you know, they've come in here, they've grafted. Johnny was just down a minute ago, and they had a massive. Yeah, they should be on camera. He snuck off. Yeah, he snuck off. They had a massive part of it, a massive part of it. So if you need any plants, get to Spring Green, or if you're going for a coffee, get us into
Bloom and Brew.
well, what I can say, it's probably one of the one of the most impressive gyms I've ever been, and
sure.
aesthetically as well. I don't mean just by size. Size is probably the biggest. I would say.
When you walk in entrance, obviously you don't know what to expect as you walk in, but as you walk through, then you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nicely done.
So
Very high quality.
You've done a great job, boys.
No,
And when is the grand opening then?
Oh yeah.
The grand opening will be on the 8th of September, but we are having an open weekend on the 6th and the 7th. That's for everyone to come down, have a look at the facility, meet the coaches, have a bit of fun, and to see what we're all about. What I do want to hit home on as well is, obviously it's a beautiful and fantastic facility. But what will match that or supersede it will be the quality of the curriculum as well. So the quality of the coaching and the quality of what you're going to learn day to day. So you can have a fantastic looking gym, but if the quality of the sessions are not there, if the coaches don't understand your individual needs and your learning style, then it's just a shiny product really. But I really want to return that the curriculum's been really thought out, so that there's at least a 12-month plan regarding what you learn in jiu-jitsu.
NK1, don't forget K1. Yeah. So yeah, that like you just said, yeah, obviously all three, but yeah, in terms of grading Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and K1 for the kids, we are going to be doing a grading system, and I think this is why it's important if you can make it for the opening day. So because we have had a lot of questions about K1. We have done a little video what we haven't released yet, explaining that the key differences. Obviously, some of the key differences, but they get compared to kickboxing a lot, and some of the key differences is you can kick below the waist and strike the legs. You can also use knees. Obviously, you can punch and kick in both, but that is a key difference. But yeah, we are going to bring in a grading system for the K1 juniors. I think this is going to be really important for the kids. They can have a goal. They're going to have the discipline to achieve the next goal, to get the grade, to get the belt. And yeah, I do think being rewarded through a belt is it's very rewarding. I know. I've just sort of said it there, but I still think one of my biggest goals in martial arts is receiving my black belt. I think that was one of my proudest moments. So I do know the importance of receiving grades. It is very humbling, and you feel like you've achieved something each time. So to give that back to the kids, I think that's really important for us.
Yeah, I'd definitely echo that getting that reward and recognition for the juniors and stuff and where they're at. And if the coach is doing their job right, so it's not a case of just giving people belts and grades for turning up. It's sort of how they're performing, how they're conducting themselves on the mats with other students, and it's about the work and the commitment that they're putting in. But yeah, to echo what Scott said about that reward of receiving that belt after you've put in all that work, to get that nod from your instructor or your coach, to say, I see you. Do you know what I mean? You're doing really well, and you're getting it. Do you know, it's really good feeling as a coach.
Yeah. And most of the time when you are getting these grades, you're in front of all the other people that you're doing it with. Do you know what I mean? It is a rewarding feeling. You're getting that recognition for that work that you've put in. Honestly, I'm not just saying it like you probably can see from my expressions
it means a lot.
It does. Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like I don't. I'm not one of them shoot off my achievements. Like obviously, I have won world titles, but I promise you, getting my BJJ black belt were up there because I didn't win the BJJ black belt.
You earned it.
I earned it. Yeah. I won the world titles, but I had to earn the black belt. So it's a different type of feeling, and like he says, you're getting that nod off your coach that you've earned it and you've put the work in and you deserve it.
So guys, this is pretty much a working class area, similar place to what me and Richards are from. What else would you like to offer to the community, or what else would you like to change within community?
For me, I think that connection between physical training and mental health, mental well-being. I know myself if I'm a few days or a week off training, I know through doing renovation I've not been training as much, and I know that it affects me. So I think being able to offer that physical training, the martial arts, being able to offer that and support people's mental health. Like I said earlier, that being able to leave your stress at the door and forget about it for a couple of hours, come down, have a bit of fun, get a good sweat on and walk out of doors feeling a little bit better, a little bit more prepared to take on whatever is out there that is causing you problems.
Yeah. And I think what we're going to be able to offer is a little bit more than just the martial arts. My dad just recently, Achilles is no longer here. And it's happened quite recently. It's only happened in the last sort of 3 to 4 weeks, so it's still pretty raw. It happened while we were renovating this space up. It was quite, there's elements that this gym was super special to me. Like even when wood were getting delivered, my dad just lived off that road, and I'd see Scott getting delivered off back at Wagon with Norm, and he'd be taking me pictures and sending them me and such like. And so that's obviously just personal to me, but I want to put something else back on in his name, and something that we can do as a gym, and me as an individual to sort of help me push through that energy and push through that, and don't let it stop me and stop anyone else in that matter, or stop anybody else's family, you know. Men don't talk about it enough, and it's a massive issue. It's a massive issue nationally, globally. The amount of men that's turned to suicide is horrific. There's some great charities out there. Jordan in Shafton, he's opened his own day grey space, and also he's on his man club and other things like that. In my dad's name, I'm going to be opening a sort of a group that I can hopefully turn into a charity. We're still in our early doors. It's just something that I'm wanting to put together. I've had amazing support from the community. I've had a lot of people donate towards this dream, what we've created in the last couple of weeks, that we're helping to help the community move forward in their own mental health, and hopefully help it not become another issue for another family to go down where they're losing a member of that family. So we're going to be on a Sunday evening. I'm going to be coming down here. I'm going to be giving up some space free of charge to men to come down, use his space, have a coffee, have a chat, hit bags, roll around and do whatever MMA they feel as though that can help them. It's not where we can come down here and start being silly. It's about where they're going to come down here and be able to just speak and offload those troubles. And it might just be where they come down and just sit, just being that space with the like-minded or similar sort of situations where people's struggling, and it might be where they come down and they start discussing their issues. You know, I'm not going to say I'm a full-blown counsellor or anything like that, and I can offer any real support to that, but the support that I'm hoping that I can give to those people is the space that they're going to get, and the availability that someone's just going to be there to listen, whether it be another person within the group or whether it's just come down and get a coffee and just be away and just be somewhere else. We've got a load of charging points where you can charge your phone, courtesy of Michael wanted them charging points, so they've come in handy now. That's just an inside joke. I didn't want them, but he wanted them, but they're obviously going to come in handy now. But yeah, no, so on a serious level, we're going to offer loads within the gym, and this just seemed to a ploy to say, oh, come down to it, offering all. It's really a heartfelt thing. It's going to be free of charge. It's going to be all put out there. Give me a couple of weeks and we're going to get it all put together in regards to how it's going to work. I've got a sort of things, and like I said, Sunday evening, it's going to be around an hour and a half time. You're going to be able to come down, have a coffee, punch bags, talk, sit, discuss, just have some time to yourselves. So that's going to be Nico's headspace. We'll get it together. But thank you very much, and big team, thank you.